Hey everyone, welcome to the We Like Wrestling podcast. I'm Jared. I'm here with Justin.
We're down a man.
Yeah, but he is attending
Collision.
AEW Collision in Allentown today.
Hey, maybe if we say his name, he'll appear.
That's awesome, by the way. Fans wanted it for a while, and finally,
It was like the first thing. Once we saw like Jordan Grace in NXT, I think the next thing was everybody's just saying Joe Hendry, Joe Hendry, Joe Hendry. I think we've established that Joe Hendry is bigger than the TNA brand.
yeah,
He has outgrown it already. The pop was amazing.
oh yeah. So I don't know who came out before him, but the music kind of faded away. Lights were a little dim, and then all of a sudden, say his name, and then all of a sudden,
it was the loudest pop, and then they started singing.
That was a big pop for such a small crowd.
I know and for a guy that, again, they probably told the same AJ Styles speech. Well, you know, don't be afraid if they don't know you. But they fucking knew him.
Yeah, I feel like that's gone now. Like, if you're a wrestling fan, especially now that Triple H is doing a lot more with WWE, you pretty much know. And Joe Hendry made his rounds on social media a lot. That song is fucking catchy.
It is. He definitely is the newest version of Zack Ryder. Yeah. He's used social media and the internet to his advantage.
And releasing a song onto audio platforms helped too, because for the longest time it wasn't available anywhere except YouTube. So
he's a legitimate superstar now. I think we've all caught on that this is a thing. We were very early on that train. Mm-hmm. I said that guy, he's got it. He looks great. He looks like a world champion.
And even we met a fan, Gavin. He loves Joe Hendry, and he was saying, you know, I'd love to meet him. And
yeah,
so
I think TNA has definitely come into their own, and I just really, I'm loving where this is going. Something I think I wanted to talk about last week and we didn't. I put it off. I said, well, we'll talk about it another day. We should have, because now it's making all the rounds that AJ Styles wrestling for Noah.
Yeah,
and I was gonna say that my first thought when we're getting all of this NXT crossover is AJ Styles one more match in TNA. Who?
I mean,
I don't know.
Kaz is there. Could be a good throwback.
Yeah.
Modern day, maybe Joe Hendry.
Oh, I was gonna say, I thought you meant Samoa Joe. I was like, he's in AEW, and I don't think they're working together anymore. Although that would be cool to use TNA as a middle platform to bring together. ECW did it back in the day. So WWF contracted wrestler in Taz versus a WCW contracted wrestler in Mike Awesome wrestling for ECW.
Yeah.
This could be a situation like that. Could we get one more Joe versus AJ in a TNA ring with a mutual understanding between the companies of I'm giving one, you're giving one, and we're making it work for TNA.
Do it at like Bound for Glory or something on pay-per-view. That way you don't help their TV ratings, you don't hurt somebody else's, but you know that people are going to want that for the nostalgia. It doesn't really hurt WWE at all.
No, I will say I didn't even know Noah still existed.
Noah, yeah. I mean, I got to be honest, I don't really think I know anybody in Noah.
No, I wouldn't either anymore, I'd say, unless there's people who have gone back to Noah. You know who does wrestle for Noah, I think, still? Maybe not. I thought maybe Shane Haste still did, but I don't think so. I think he's strictly New Japan now.
People are saying AJ versus whoever he's facing is a dream match.
Marufuji. So Marufuji he's a star. I don't know why that's a dream match. I don't know if they had a thing and it didn't work out, or why it's a dream match per se. Maybe it's an AJ Styles dream match.
Maybe.
He's big into maybe he's somebody that he wanted to work with in New Japan before he came over. So that could be a potential dream. It'll probably be a good match. I don't even know how you watch it.
Probably on paper. I think it's some sort of pay-per-view, but it's WWE and Noah. so I think there's going to be more matches announced.
Oh, so it's a joint production.
Well, because it said WWE posted on their socials they had a special announcement with Noah, and they released the AJ match. So I'm not for sure that it's a cross promotion pay-per-view, but I have a feeling it could be.
Wow. Okay. Well, if it is, that's very cool.
I mean,
too.
you have Shin, who has.
He didn't wrestle. He was strictly New Japan. He came out of the New Japan dojo.
No, but he has that Japanese style.
Yeah, that's like saying somebody from Japan going, well, TNA's running a show. Maybe Brock Lesnar will be there because he's got that American style. That's it.
I know Noah and New Japan are kind of rivals, but
not as much. But I guess kind of. Noah's more of an indie promotion, although they're all indie promotions. But Noah's a much smaller production.
We might get Roman back soon.
Oh, really? His leukemia's gone away?
There's been rumors circulating that he'll come back in July.
He should stay away for a little longer. Just rest. You got the time. Just take it.
I mean, with this
Nobody
Bloodline
needs
stuff.
Not in a bad way. We don't need him right now. I don't think there's a lack in the product yet.
I'm still kind of curious where this Bloodline thing is going because Solo has sort of taken control, and I don't think that was Roman's call.
We need time for that to build, though.
I mean, Roman is miserable. Heyman is miserable.
Yeah. But we need time for that. We can't blow this off at SummerSlam from Mania.
Also, Jimmy has been out for a while. So
Jimmy should be the comeback for SummerSlam.
Roman and the Usos.
Jimmy come back as a face. Jimmy and Jay.
Did Jay win the Money in the Bank match? The qualifying?
That I don't know. I know.
It was Jay, Finn, and somebody else. Which sucks because I thought Finn would win and Jay would win. But I know WWE.
I believe Jay did win that, if that's what we're talking about. Yeah. If it was that, I think that's what Jay won.
I saw a graphic that said Yeet in the Bank.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe he did win then.
But I maybe he'll get back in it, but Finn winning the Money in the Bank makes sense with Damian.
It does. And they are pulling Chad Gable from his qualifying match because he's dead.
Yeah.
He died. Horrible death.
Yeah. So I just want to give kudos to Justin here because he did some investigating.
Day one, the first QR code.
Yeah.
I think I was bored.
I don't know if it was the first one, but
it wasn't. I thought it was. It's the first one I looked into.
Yeah, there was a QR code and the Ranius. Is that what it is?
Oh yeah, the Roman god or something like that.
The bird that we always saw.
Yeah.
Justin dissected that the Ranius feeds on June 17th.
No, the Feast of Ranius. Ranius was a Greek or Roman deity of some sort. It's not the bird.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the bird's name is, but that's not. Yeah, it tied back to some kind of feast.
But yeah, June 17th was the date. And then later on with other QR codes, after he figured that out, they kind of hinted at June 17th.
Yeah. Were they in Corpus Christi?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So I was right about that too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Raw obviously was a big thing this past week because of that, and they waited until the very end, and lights went out. The Uncle Howdy gong.
The single note. Yeah.
That pop was
I do
amazing.
like it. I like that.
And I will say, the costumes look a lot better than what we had previously seen.
Yeah. They look functional now.
It looks like horror movie.
They look
villains,
functional,
not puppets.
Yeah. They're functional. They're fully functional outfits. Before it was just to be presented.
Yeah. So the single note piano thing played. Lights went out. Fireflies.
They're not seemingly not trying to hide who are behind these.
Yeah.
Joe Gacy's tattoos were very prevalent.
So was Dexter.
And Dexter's, and the big beard under the rabbit was pretty prevalent.
And then obviously Sister Abigail.
Oh yeah, that's barely covered at all.
But I think that was the rumors for a while that it would be those people. I mean, I've said before, Joe Gacy was...
In the first picture I saw, I thought the bearded one was Ciampa. Just because I saw just a picture of the face. Oh, yeah. I didn't see height.
Yeah.
So once I saw height, then I was like, oh, okay, there's no way.
So Rowan pulled out of...
I also didn't see the hammer. And the hammer kind of gave it away, too.
The hammer is a throwback to...
Bludgeon Brothers. Yeah.
For Brody. Rowan pulled out of bookings because he signed a contract.
Okay.
So that made its rounds. So people assumed he would be one of them. And then Dexter hasn't been seen for a while. Gacy hasn't been seen for a while.
Indy Hartwell is tweeting about wanting a divorce.
Yeah.
It's good shit.
So the note played, lights went out, and then Fog was on the stage, and then somebody's crawling. It's Nikki Cross as Sister Abigail.
No, not Sister Abigail. Abby the Witch.
Abby, yeah.
Abby the Witch. So I don't understand, though. Why are they called Wyatt6? There's 5 of them. Is Wyatt the 6th?
So there's 2 theories. Wyatt Bray could be the 6th, and since he's no longer with us, they're just rocking with the 5.
Or they changed the name because of that.
Alexa.
Oh, okay.
Could be 6 as
Sister Abigail.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's weird. So it's Wyatt
6 as in
sick.
SICKS.
Well, 6 as in SICK 6.
Yeah. So here's
acts as an S.
Here's the play on the word. So there are 6 of them, allegedly. So that's where the 6 is. 6 as a verb, which would be he sicks, like you tell a dog to sick him.
Yep.
Or sick as in crazy in the head. They're sick. So it does work.
There is a 6 at the end of sick, though.
Yeah, they also have like the let us in, and there's a 6 with the t-shirt logo too. It's gonna take some playing.
Look,
with.
if
Judgment Day was shitty in the beginning too. I fucking hated it.
But if it's Bray as a 6,
New Day sucked in the beginning. It takes some tweaking. This is just the debut. Let's see where it goes.
Let Triple H cook a little bit. But I will say, so Nikki Cross came out, and she kind of just pointed, and I was expecting people to come out, but no, they panned the camera backstage
to the gorilla,
to the murder scene.
Murder scene, yeah.
Well, Gorilla was one of the last ones.
Oh, okay.
We saw what looked like Gunther.
Yeah, I couldn't make anything out. One looked like Strowman to me, but you can't tell that it's Strowman.
Was on the list of possible.
Okay.
So it looked like Gunther, Ricochet, Strowman. And then the camera goes somewhere. So one of them shows up. I don't remember who showed up in the
I think the first one was the pig.
So Gacy.
Yeah.
The camera moves to another room, and that shows Chad Gable with blood on his head.
That one was the Bludgeon Brother. That one was Rowan. What are they? Rabbit. Rambling Rabbit.
And then it goes to another room, and we see
that's Gorilla. Like. That's the whole scene of a bunch of people.
With Chad Gable, I don't know who the other guy was on the wall, but there was blood splattered on the wall, and it looked like he got shot. So, and then in Gorilla, that was
Dexter was like sitting cross-legged like on top of something. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. And that was Triple H apparently.
Oh, maybe that's who. Maybe that's who looked like Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
Laying on the ground, you could think that that's Strowman.
Triple H, Cody, somebody else apparently. And then while they were in Gorilla, like lights were flickering, sparks were flying.
Yeah.
Smoke, fog, fucking amazing. And I figured this is what it was, but they released that it was in fact this. The person that made the Fiend mask,
Tom Savini.
Him and
he's the guy from John. This is where John would come in. He's the guy from Dust to Dawn.
Well, and then the guy who was in the biography explained.
Oh, okay, that's different.
Him and somebody else. They were in charge of the effects and the makeup, and so that's why it looks so good because they do horror movies. And,
okay. Well, that's probably Tom Savini too. He does horror movies.
Fucking amazing work. And then that's when we see Uncle Howdy walking. And Uncle Howdy now has dreads, like Bray Wyatt and the Fiend did.
And his mask is a little less covering. Yeah, yeah, right. It looks like it's just a mask over a person instead of supposed to be like this, like a full person.
Yeah. I love this because Bo looked like Bray.
Well, I said that in the documentary that once you take apart, like take away, when you listen to them back to back, when you hear like Bray talking in a video and then you hear Bo talking after him, it's there. It's like, wow, you guys do look and sound very similar, and the sister looks a lot like them too. So that those three looked very similar.
But when we saw Uncle Howdy walking, he walked like Bray would walk. He did the mannerisms almost, and then they all showed up on a stage, all of them together, and the fans were popping for that. There was a lantern on the stage.
Yep.
And Uncle Howdy went to the lantern, picked it up, much like Bray.
Yeah.
And blew it out.
And then it says, "We're here."
Yep. And that's how we're all ended. That was fucking amazing.
How it opened was pretty amazing too. Seth Rollins is back.
Yeah.
Finally, we're not doing this thing where on Instagram, a day before, watch Raw to see Seth Rollins. No, don't tell me he's back, because then all I'm going to do is go back to Instagram later and see what he said.
See, you're excited, and I'm just kind of like, it might be too soon.
Oh, you mean because injury-wise?
Yeah. Because, again, he's had 3 or 4 knee injuries, and he just comes back what seems to be too soon. So I'm hoping it doesn't.
He might not be working yet, though.
No.
When's Money in the Bank?
July.
So he still has like a month to rehab.
Yeah.
To still finish out that rehab before he has to work. But
Obviously,
yes, he will be. He said he was going to be in Money in the Bank, which should scare you. Don't fucking do that. No ladder matches.
Yeah.
And then Damien came out, and
I was going to say him and Damien. I mean,
yeah, you don't have to go to Money in the Bank. You can I'll give you your shot. I'll take you out.
Seth never got his rematch.
That's what he's getting.
Yeah.
Damien's showing of being a fighting champion, which is weird because we have 2 fighting champions.
It's also like, I don't know who's the heel in Judgment Day. Like Dom,
I
obviously.
think it's just Finn now, because Dom's over.
Dom's over, but he's still.
Nah, it's starting to turn, man.
Him and Liv.
Yeah, that shit's starting to turn. Mommy's been over since like the start of this whole thing. She was never a real heel.
See,
now Damien seems to kind of be going face.
We all assumed Finn was the leader of Judgment Day, but
there was no leader.
Well,
Mommy was the leader.
Edge was.
Mommy was the leader, though.
Yeah, but it seems like Finn just is behind Damian Priest. Like Priest is calling all the shots. He gets defensive and all that stuff. Finn took Liv's room key, so
yeah.
I wonder.
I don't know where it's going. I can't predict any of that.
Are they going to kick Finn out? Is Finn and Dom going to leave Damien? Like, it could go a couple different ways.
Does Rhea have like a timeline of return?
Not that I've seen.
So I was going to say mixed tag match for control of the Judgment Day, Liv and Finn versus Dom and Rhea. And then that keeps the faction as heels. But then, do we really want Bloodline heels, Judgment Day heels, potentially Chad Gable's new group after he comes back from being dead heels? I did hear a good way of him. Okay, so he's not dead. He's just got really, really beat up. He can come back, and this is what happens when I don't have a group. So I'm going to have a group. And that's where the Creed brothers come in.
I mean, well, I was going to say, we don't for sure know that he re-signed. There's just been things going around saying he re-signed.
Yeah.
But also, why not, if Ricochet is leaving, why not put him in Gable's place in that scene?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, we've seen that they said Ricochet is out for an undisclosed amount of time. Which, don't do that.
Yeah.
Just put him through the window and not say anything.
It gives a good send off. Here's your send off, and we're just gonna part ways
with the Wyatt6. Kill him.
Yeah. Well, maybe they didn't have that. Maybe they didn't have that idea yet, and they did that.
Chad Gable as a heel has been good.
Yeah.
We've always said, like, he can wrestle. Why not let him wrestle?
And he's been having good wrestling matches with Sammy.
Yeah. And it's too soon for Sammy to lose, too soon for Cody to lose.
Whew, I wouldn't say that, though, because it looks like they're working up to Braun Breaker and Sami Zayn, and I think if you're going to pull the trigger on Braun, you got to do it right now. Because if he challenges Sammy and loses, he loses all that momentum and heat.
Not if he loses by DQ.
That's the only way to do it.
Because Braun has been destructive, so...
Go the...
or count out, like double count out.
No, the... Ken Shamrock route where like he just keeps beating on him and beating on him and beating on him and then they reverse the decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that.
And then Cody, it has to be Randy, right? But build to Randy a little bit.
For what?
Taking the title.
You're talking about taking the title off of Cody Rhodes already?
Cody is Kofi.
No.
I think Cody is getting stale.
He's had 2 matches.
No, he's had 20.
Oh, well, house shows.
But it's like everybody was happy for Cody, but then now it's just like, he's being that crybaby too much. Oh my God!
Cody makes a really good heel.
You guys are the best. Cry. Like I don't know.
Cody makes a really good heel.
Cody as a heel would be better, but there was also when Cody was on the ramp with the title. Orton kind of gave him that look. That's a good feud.
It's
a good story.
It's a good story, but it sure as fuck shouldn't.
Not ready for SummerSlam.
What year did Randy Orton win the belt at SummerSlam? Is that 04?
Yeah.
So we're 20 years removed from Randy Orton winning the belt, winning his first world title at SummerSlam.
Yep.
Pretty good story to go into SummerSlam with, huh?
But I think
20 years ago. I won the title. I'm going to do it one more time.
I think it's too soon.
No, I didn't say it's... What do you mean? Too soon to take it off? I didn't say he's going to win it.
Well, no. I mean, like, you got to build that.
No, you don't, because it's so easy. There's no feud here. You didn't do anything to make me hate you. I didn't do anything to make you hate me. 20 years ago, I won my first title. I feel like I'm on my last legs. I want my one last shot 20 years later.
Randy is Cody's mentor.
Yeah. I think it's an easy story.
I don't know. I think give it a year.
21 years doesn't sound as good as 20.
No.
Just saying.
But I don't know. I think I've never been a huge fan of Cody, but I've liked him. And I just think it's time, like, do something else. Whether it's turn. Because right now it seems like you have 2 face champions. Or, like, I don't know.
With Cody, though,
it's also like
I feel like you're going to start getting your John Cena out of him pretty soon. Whereas women and children, let's go Cody. Men over 30 or men over 18, Cody sucks.
Exactly.
He can still be a face, but, you know, we might be cheering for
Cena,
Braun Breaker to spear him and beat him.
Look at Cena when he was the top face. He was hated more than he was liked.
Yeah, and that's fine. But he still was over.
But
we still talk about him to this day when we talk about your, whatever champion bullshit.
But I think WWE now is in a place where even if Cody's a heel, you can still do that stuff. Roman, he was getting booed out of the buildings, and he finally turned, and we all loved it.
But he was being booed out of respect of his character.
Cena was getting booed, and he hasn't turned.
Nobody hated Roman. I mean, I don't think so. I don't care about the whole he doesn't defend the title thing. This shit means nothing to me because I see wrestling as a bigger picture, and championships don't matter.
I think he's boring in the ring. His character is what was good.
Really? Because I think he made other people better. I think he accentuated other people being good in the ring. You're out. Your mic is out. Technical difficulties. I just think Roman Reigns coming back would be too soon. I think Cody Rhodes losing would be too soon. I think Seth coming back isn't too soon.
But I think Roman was a great storyteller. Like, even in the ring.
Hell,
Look at the Sammy thing.
Cody will be that. Cody's got to have something to sink his teeth into. Right now, he's just going through the motions. The AJ story is not really there. And if it comes with Randy, I think that's a good story. See, you started at SummerSlam. It's just a one-off match, but then Randy does something to get disqualified because you know what? Everything he does, hits 22 RKOs and he can't fucking do it. So then he goes to the fucking punt, which he doesn't do anymore.
Yeah.
But the Viper comes back, and now he punts Cody. And then he struggles with himself and he walks away. Like, shit, I didn't want to become this guy again. But maybe to get it done, I have to become that guy because that guy was the champion. The guy that I am now, everybody just takes for granted.
I was going to say, do we see a heel turn?
Yeah, but not going into SummerSlam. You have SummerSlam face versus face. He goes into SummerSlam face versus face. I just want my last shot. I just want one shot. As a man, give me that shot. And they go in, and Randy Orton cannot beat him. He keeps coming back. This motherfucker will not stay down. So what do? I fucking punt his head off. And then we get a walk away. Count out victory for Cody. Randy didn't want to win that way, but he feels it coming back. Next night on Raw, he apologizes to Cody or SmackDown. Are they Raw or SmackDown? I don't know anymore. Okay, so Friday on SmackDown, you go in. I want to apologize. I let my emotions get the best of me. And when they go to shake hands and Cody turns to walk away, boom, RKO out of nowhere. And we go off the air with him on the ground, staring at Cody as if he is back to being the Viper with that little like thing he does on the ground, when he just kind of stares.
Pound.
Yeah. Book it. And then you get like 3 months off of that.
I think Orton is better as a heel.
Of course.
He looks like a heel.
Of course.
But I think Cody needs that transition.
He wrestles like a heel.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing that's not heel about him is his fucking finisher. That is a very babyface move. And maybe it's because the first time, the first run of that move that I know is DDP, and he was always a face. So I think calling a move the RKO out of nowhere is a very babyface thing, because no matter what, I've always got that in my back pocket. That last ditch effort is always an RKO out of nowhere. Anywhere you are, I could hit it.
That can change to the punt.
Yeah.
The RKO doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
But I think it's also...
And with Triple H's WWE, I think a punt is okay.
I also think it's because you can literally hit an RKO from any move. I mean, we've seen Evan Bourne. We've seen Seth Rollins. That gets pops.
Yeah.
But I think Cody needs to switch. I think it's kind of getting stale.
I know it's a lot of flip-flopping, but what if then at the end of the run, let's say SummerSlam to Survivor Series, Cody does turn. Cody's got to do something. Randy's now getting the best of him. How does Cody combat that?
I mean, Cody can easily be a heel. I have the belt that my father never had.
Yeah.
I'm better. My brother.
Oh yeah, no, that's easy. You all still chant Dusty. You all love Dusty. Dusty's not here anymore. You don't chant for me. You chant for me just because of my father's legacy, but I'm building my own legacy, and you guys won't let it die.
Yeah.
He already cut the Great Prodigal Son promo about Dustin.
Yeah. I'm a champion. Tears. I don't care. I like Cody's song.
Much like Joe Hendry.
Yeah, but I like Joe Hendry.
So Drew said, I quit. Does he? Is this actually his send-off? Again, in today's day and age of wrestling?
I'm pretty sure he re-signed.
But here's the thing. We don't really know what's going on. Did he sign an extension? And now that extension's out?
Because I remember seeing him post on socials, him signing the contract.
But what was it?
Also, TNA. Whoever runs TNA is social accounts. Drew said he quit, and then right away, TNA put up a picture of Galloway.
Nice.
I'm like, what the fuck, man?
What was that group? It was. They're not getting the other two, but
MVP.
No. You're thinking of the other one. This was LA Knight, Eli Drake, Tongaleo, or what are they calling? Are they calling him Tongaleo?
Tongaloa.
Leo.
Or
are they saying Loa?
yeah,
It's pronounced Leo. That's how you say it in Samoan.
I think it's OA.
That's how you say it in Samoan. I thought.
I've also seen something that says WWE trademarked Tala Tonga, and that could be Hikuleo.
Oh, okay.
He's Tala.
Oh.
Tala Tonga.
Yeah.
That's Vince shit. Don't do that.
Yeah.
I also saw Hornswoggle as Tala.
That's funny. I didn't see any of this. I did see, and I didn't click on it. What, something about Shane McMahon and AEW?
Yeah.
Okay, you didn't.
Well,
did you read it? Because I didn't read it.
So JR had mentioned on a podcast.
Jim Ross.
Yeah. Had mentioned that Shane and AEW wouldn't be too far-fetched.
Come on. What the fuck does Shane McMahon have to gain from going to work for AEW?
Backstage.
Maybe.
Helping Tony.
Maybe.
Hopefully not putting himself over.
I mean, he is the best in the world.
Yeah.
So, oh man.
Then he can really go coast to coast.
How awesome would it be if he came in as like best in the world Shane McMahon and came out to like Jack Perry, just fucking trolling CM Punk.
Back to the Drew thing. I don't think he's leaving.
Oh, I don't think he's leaving either, but I think that we could possibly see him work other places like I've said CM Punk should have done a long time ago. I think we could see him go work for some companies in the UK, possibly.
I think sometime recently he went to 1CW or ICW. ICW.
Yeah.
Before his title match. So, and with Triple H, we've seen Bloodsport, we've seen TNA now, we've seen
and GCW now. What was that fake? What did I see about?
No, it's real. It's just Becky's not signed.
Oh,
Becky's contract literally ran up, but she's not like. She's. I mean, it's Rebecca.
Yeah,
Lopez or whatever. Rebecca something Lopez because Seth is.
Yeah,
Lopez.
Rebecca Quinn.
Yes, Rebecca Quinn Lopez.
Yeah,
Colby Lopez.
Yeah.
But yes, Becky Lynch, GCW.
I saw the picture that you guys sent in the chat. Whoever sent it, I didn't know if it was real. I didn't look into it. I haven't seen anything else.
It was on GCW's page. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you want to take a look quick, but
I don't.
But again, to the Drew thing, nothing is out of the question.
Yeah.
If you're under contract, Shayna Baszler worked for Bloodsport. We have TNA and WWE switching talent on shows.
Well, Bloodsport is a GCW show. That's GCW presents Bloodsport.
Yeah.
GCW presents Josh Barnett's Bloodsport.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Mountain Dew, Code Red, Black, Double Dark.
WWE is getting
KFC, Honey Barbecue, Gold Mustard.
At least they don't have a logo in the
Slim
ring.
Jim, Prime, Dude Wipes, Tax Relief.
Why doesn't a wrestling promotion sponsor Dude Wipes? Because
or the fans, just give them out to fans. Sometimes just wipe some shit off.
But WWE is getting the better trade with TNA.
So far, yeah.
They've had Jordan Grace.
I think TNA should get AJ Styles at some point.
Like, TNA has to be like, yo, look, what are you doing? Because we get Joe Blow.
Yeah.
And we've given you Jordan Grace and Joe Hendry.
They will. I think they will. But again, TNA gets more out of sending their stars to a more seen product and then them going, watch them on TNA wrestling on Thursday nights, whatever, you know.
They've also been saying TNA a lot.
That's fine.
Yeah.
As they should. But there is another company out there. I don't know. It seems to be going to the wayside right now. But AEW is holding the Owen Hart Cup. And there is a wild card. So
I saw that.
Who do you think that is? Facing Jeff Jarrett in the first round.
When does that start?
It already started last night. Well, as of taping this, last night on Dynamite, it started with Pac winning. So the winner of Shingo and Bryan at Forbidden Door will face Pac in the next round.
So,
And then I believe it was Ray Phoenix and Jay White in the other side of the bracket, and Jeff Jarrett and a wild card.
I just thought of this now. Hangman
It could be Hangman.
could be a good way to get him back without throwing him directly into the elite situation.
Yeah. He's very much known to be the wild card in different scenarios.
It ends in Canada. I don't know the date. But
I think I'm just excited that we're gonna most likely see Bryan versus Pac.
it'd be cool if Bryan wins.
With the whole thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't need it, but I don't know. I don't see who else could win it.
Adam Cole didn't need it and also didn't do anything with it. That's the thing. What does it do? It's just like King of the Ring.
Well, they get a title shot now.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well. Oh.
Hangman.
Okay, so that makes more sense with Hangman.
Yeah.
That's saying Swerve keeps it though. For a very long time.
Kenny. Because the finals take place in Canada.
Yeah, that makes more sense if the so then we get Kenny and Jay White again,
Yeah.
and then we get Kenny and Bryan in the finals, and then Kenny versus Ospreay for the title. I like Kenny better than Hangman
Yeah.
in that scenario, but it won't be. It'll be like fucking Paul Walterhausen or whatever.
Well, I was also going to say, if that Jeff Jarrett match gets pushed off, I don't know what the schedule is.
Ricochet?
Yeah.
Yeah, possibly. Ricochet versus Ray Phoenix would be good.
If his contract
Ricochet versus Pac.
if his contract ends July 1st, possible.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. I don't know the series of events of them holding these matches. I know, like I said, at Forbidden Door is the Bryan versus Shingo match.
I also feel like if it somehow ends up being Ricochet, that has to be breach of contract. I mean, I don't know. You can't plan something and then while he's still in a
Well, you
contract.
can't say that it was, how would you prove that it was the plan?
But also, if Ricochet's contract is over with WWE in July, All In is August.
Yeah.
We were saying about, like,
Ricochet and Ospreay.
well, yeah,
That'd be cool.
not for the title. I mean, it doesn't have to be.
No, that just means Ospreay doesn't win. Well, it could be for a title.
That's true.
International champion, whatever.
International, worldwide, Grand Slam. I don't know.
Prestige worldwide.
Female Owen Hart.
No real, nothing standing out of how that final's going to go. The only thing I can think of is because the winner gets a title shot. Now that you say that, Mariah May.
Yeah.
Because there's been this thing between them now.
Yeah, she's blaming Luther for all the mishaps.
So you could have Mariah May.
When I looked at the bracket, I automatically looked at Saraya.
Yeah.
Because I don't see Mariah May as, like, a top.
But that could be, this is the coming out.
Willow was there, but she won last year.
No. Britt won.
No, Willow. Britt won the first.
Oh, there was two?
Yeah.
Who was the men's last year?
Britt and Cole won the first one.
Yep.
And then it was Willow and Starks.
I don't remember this at all.
I'm pretty sure it's Starks.
I don't remember this. I thought the last one was the first one.
No, because they got
don't care. Like, it's like, holy shit, they did nothing with any of that.
Cole and Britt got titles, and then they went to a trophy.
Oh, okay.
And now they're doing a title shot. Maybe this will work.
I don't know.
It's their King of the Ring, I guess?
Forget it. I'm not going to say that. I was going to say something. Maybe next year, the winner gets to come down from the rafters.
They put on a blue blazer on it.
Maybe next year, the winner gets to be Blue Blazer. There you go.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying. The Acclaimed are the number one contenders for the tag titles.
Yeah. The Young Bucks versus the Acclaimed.
At a later date, not even promoting the match yet.
Yeah.
Just at a later date. Not see you next week or watch the next pay-per-view. Just they get a shot at some point.
Why not? Oh, I would say why not Forbidden Door, but I feel like the Bucks would probably face a tag team from Japan.
Who?
Who's over there?
I don't know who they're bringing over. But
fucking TJ, man. I want to see TJ.
TJ, yeah. United Empire would be good.
That's what
their faces.
Cobb, TJ.
Well, Cobb is going to be at Forbidden Door. Last year we saw Cobb and Great O'Khan together.
I was going to say Khan.
Yeah. No, this is TJ and the other. I forget his name. I know it's not Kyle Fletcher.
Well, he's hurt.
Oh, the TJ's partner.
Fletcher's partner's hurt.
No. This is a different guy.
Oh. The
smaller guy.
Yeah.
I don't remember his
name.
name.
Red hair.
Yep. But their face.
Okay, yeah.
Can't be any of the Bullet Club guys because that would make no sense. They're heels. Drilla and Connor. Yeah, they're heels.
I mean, I don't know, because Brian and Shingo, they're both.
No, Shingo's a heel.
Is he?
Yeah.
And then you have
he's a great heel.
Mox and Naito.
Mox is a heel.
Yeah.
Mox is a heel.
He's Austin.
Yeah, but he's a heel.
And then you have MJF and whoever the hell that guy is.
So, yeah, who is the MJF? Who's the guy MJF is wrestling? I don't...
Ultimo Dragon from Walmart.
That's kind of funny.
Actually, on AEW, somebody's facing Ultimo...
Oh, Ultimo Guerrero.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to be like 90 years old at this point.
He looks young in the picture.
He's wearing a mask.
I mean, the body looks young.
Oh. I never have any internet access here, but...
I don't know who that guy is. I've never.
Yeah, I really didn't know who he was, and that sucks. But yeah, MJF. I can't even pronounce his name.
Yeah.
Hechicero? I don't know.
And then I don't know. Is that the other match that's been announced, other than the ones we already knew?
Well, Okada versus Ultimo Guerrero is not at Forbidden Door. That's actually happening tonight.
Yeah.
Great. JJ won't know any of them. Yeah, no. So far, we've covered all of the Forbidden Door matches. They have not announced any new ones yet.
Also, the Blood and Guts match isn't... They didn't announce it for Forbidden Door.
No.
That's like on TV or some shit.
I think it will be on TV.
Why?
Wasn't the first Blood and Guts on TV?
Yeah, why do you do that?
I don't know.
That's something to get people to buy your pay-per-view. But from Warner, I can see Blood and Guts. Oh, they're going to watch, you know. I'm kind of jealous that they get to see Ospreay tonight.
But he's wrestling Brian Cage.
Yeah, but it's Ospreay.
But it's Brian Cage. And Brian Cage is fine. He's not that bad. It'll actually probably be a good match. But
if it was Brian Cage from Indies, it would be a fucking banger.
Yeah, it's going to be a squash.
Yeah.
It's going to be a squash, unfortunately. Well, they're kind of pushing that group, though.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it'll be a good showing.
It won't be like a 5-star
Man,
match.
Brian Cage has been there since like one of the first shows.
And he was
one of the big like names. Like, oh shit, they fucking got Brian Cage.
Yeah.
And like nothing.
And then Nyla Rose is back too. I saw her on a match graphic. It might be for Collision.
Nyla Rose is in the tournament.
Well,
you're right. I just saw that earlier today. I don't know where I saw it though because it is not on their Instagram.
Oh, I saw a match graphic for Nyla.
Okay.
She might be facing a champion.
No, well she's definitely in the tournament, which they had.
By the way, it's fucking hot, man.
Northeast is blistering.
This
hot
whole
right
weekend is 97 degrees.
When swimming in it meant nothing.
Fucking take it back. Ricardo was in a baseball jersey. You can have that weather, sir.
Yeah.
What the? I'm going to be going to Dorney Park, too.
Yeah. So, there's a couple, so Willow Nightingale and Serena Deeb are for the Owen Hart match. Oh, Leo Rush versus Action Andretti.
That'll be a fucking good
Private Party versus Metalik and Commander.
Don't care.
Meh. Shingo versus AR Fox. You'll be able to see what Shingo's all about if you haven't already. Ray Phoenix versus Turbo Floyd. Don't know who that is.
When's that?
This is on Rampage. Friday, June 21st.
AEW. We don't watch wrestling weekly.
I just can't.
There's too
I don't
much
have the
wrestling.
time for
There's
it.
too much wrestling. But there's pretty good highlights on Instagram, Facebook. There was a time where AEW was just like, I don't care.
Yeah, Nyla Rose and Chris Statlander.
That's what it was. That's the thing I saw.
Deonna Purrazzo, Hikaru Shida, Mariah, and Saraya. You know, going through the motions here, let's just say Willow wins that side, and it comes in as like a defending. She's still face, right? Mm-hmm. A defending champion.
Willow and Stat.
Nope. Well, that you could go Willow Stat on that side, but Saraya and Mariah beats Saraya. Hikaru versus Purrazzo. Hikaru wins. Mariah versus Hikaru. Mariah wins. It puts her over, beating established stars like Saraya and Hikaru. Gives her a fighting chance. Now shows that she can actually hang with the big time.
I wouldn't mind Stat getting a big push. Stat is good.
As far as the men's, I gotta say, whoever's the wild card has to win it. Brian doesn't need it. Brian can go to the finals, but
that's what I mean. Brian is the only one that right now that makes sense.
Yeah,
because I don't see them pushing Pac.
No, I don't see that. Unfortunately.
Who else is in the men's? I mean, Jeff Jarrett is obviously not going to win.
Yeah, Ray Phoenix versus Jay White. That's what I'm saying.
Jay White.
Yeah. Claudio and Pac, that happened last night. Pac won, so it's Pac versus Brian or Shingo. Shingo's not going to stay, so I can't make Shingo go too far unless, Forbidden Door happens and they do it on the next Dynamite.
Yeah.
And get that match out of the way, get Pac advanced or whatever.
It would be cool to see Jay White get a push. Because
Jay White's getting a great push, though. The Bang Gang's all over the place.
But we've said since
they just destroyed RJ's set.
Since Jay White has come to AEW, he's been in that group, but he hasn't been the single star that he should be.
I'm not mad about it though. I think he's been doing great.
I think the Guns are fine on their own.
Yeah, they're a fun group though. I wouldn't break this up.
Jay White is clearly fine on his own. Juice might be a question mark.
Juice is a good sidekick.
We know
he's a good wrestler though. He's a very good wrestler.
We know Juice is good.
Yeah.
But I don't know if everybody else
He's fun though. He's really funny and he's fun to have on TV, doing all kinds of shit.
I'm excited to see where the Wyatt6 thing goes.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Forbidden Door.
I'm not excited for Forbidden Door as much as just that one match so far.
But we say that a lot.
I know.
And then the pay-per-view turns out to be better. Better.
Yeah.
Coming up, we have some events this weekend.
AXW, our return to AXW.
June 22nd.
We have not been there since December of last year.
Yeah. We've the dates have been kind of
it's been very hard, but now we're starting.
There's been a lot of wrestling.
Yeah.
And it's hard to make every single event. June 22nd, this Saturday in Orwigsburg, Pennsylvania. AXW, we're back. Get to see some Matt Quay action, some Tommy Vex, fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a stupid hat.
Yeah.
And then the next weekend, June 29th, Three Legacies Wrestling in Lebanon, Pennsylvania at the Expo Center.
Yeah.
Expanding out from Lancaster. And then a few days after that, July 3rd.
I don't know if they can see that on camera, but yes.
I think they can, some of it. July 3rd, that awesome poster right there that I got signed. At the Lebanon.
No, that's at Clipper
No, that's
Stadium.
Clipper Magazine.
Yeah.
We have a lot of shit.
Yeah, Clipper Magazine Stadium doing a July 4th party on the 3rd.
On the 3rd. And
Free event, so come on out.
Three Legacies has this new thing that
Lots
they're
of
starting.
stuff for kids that day.
Their student showcase is 3LW Rise. It's sort of a second show for Three Legacies. And July 3rd at Clipper Magazine, they'll have activities for kids, activities for adults, wrestling.
Fireworks.
It's free. So, and then July 13th, Three Legacies returns to Brightside Opportunity Center. It'll be cool to be back in that place.
Yeah. Returning to a lot of places. Also making debuts in a lot of places.
Yeah, July 20th, I think, is AXW. July 27th, Three Legacies will be at the Lebanon Fair. Again,
Yeah,
at the
a lot
Expo.
going on this summer.
Yeah. Man, it's hot, but get out there and enjoy the sun, enjoy the weather. There's wrestling all over the place, especially on the East Coast. We always say that we don't realize how spoiled we are.
Yeah.
But now that we look at all the things coming up, it's a lot. And for like $20, take your family out, have a fun time for 2 or 3 hours. Go out. You never know who you'll see on the big time TV, especially with WWE doing their mergers now.
Yeah.
So get out, enjoy wrestling. We'll see you next week.
Later.